But, this would be embarrassing. I kind of feel embarrassed for them because it's a real childish mentality, of course, isn't it? It's basically my father is going to beat up your father. Or worse than that, it's I'm going to beat up your father. Even though he's a child, let's call him 6. He's a 6-year-old child. If we lived on a different planet, and if there are aliens putting their feet up on whatever is an alien couch watching us, like a stupid, silly soap opera, all these ridiculous characters thrown together for maximum chaos, you would laugh at these people for their vainglorious attitude, for their hyperbolic estimation of themselves. It is highly comical. And that's, I suppose, what life is, this earth. Our time upon this mortal coil is but a tragic comedy. I'm trying to say something Shakespearean. But, if you could be far removed from these people, you might find them amusing or entertaining. But you see, and I'm beseeching, I'm making some kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Plea, I suppose, to these aliens, if they exist, or God, if he exists, who might be sitting above us, kind of going, this is all very entertaining. Why are people taking this so seriously? Why don't you get a sense of humour? Well, it's much more difficult to have a sense of humour about these people when they are in control of our countries, And that's when attitudes like this cease to be very funny at all. And again, like the painting of the flags that he's got on his cheeks there, we could laugh at it's like the painting that people put on their faces for attending their sports ball teams to shout at who's got a better sports ball team and actually engage in physical fights about that. It's the same idea, but things become much more real, even though maybe gods don't think our mortal lives are real. It's just a flash in the pan for them. But things are real from our perspective, and these people having power over us, having influence over the running of our nations, and who lives among us, these people are at the forefront, as so many of them have told us, of bringing diversity into our countries, and then tell us like, oh, but you won't survive if we don't bring them into your countries, etc., etc. I'm sure you all know by now. I'm not telling you anything you haven't heard before. But I mean, it might help some people to hear like that, yes, we're all equally exasperated